evening and welcome in. Blair, welcome to the November Foxtrot, or something like that. Yeah, some of those.
Oh no!
I'm back. That's cool. I think I've worked out.
Evening, Nick.
Like, my internet, so I've worked out. I think it's because it's dealing with the stream as a whole. Every once in a while, there's some sort of cycle thing to it. So it struggles a little bit after a while. So. Yeah, sorry, Rage. Rage says, "Evening, gents. Poor tie keeping. I see you show on here. There's a reason for that, and I will explain that as the
smack
first question.
For Mike Rage.
But it's pretty cool. I'm hoping you'll find it cool. So bear with. Wayne says hi.
Evening, Wayne.
James, hi, evening. I don't know what I'm talking about tonight.
Have you had a few too many to drink tonight?
Clearly, I'm just thrown off by the fact it's Tuesday. Like,
Aaron,
it
evening,
doesn't feel like we did this very long ago at all. Hi, Aaron.
Good, gents.
Blimey.
James, I think he was in the post on Facebook earlier regarding a gentleman asking, "What do you guys think of my SR-15 assault rifle?" And that opened a whole can of worms earlier. Explain to me what an assault rifle is, blah blah blah. And I've just put at the bottom, Christ, all this because he wrote assault rifle. I was like, really? Quite comical. Yeah.
I have to admit, I love social networks. And Facebook and all of that for some of the memes that come across.
They're the best.
And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of it that's laughing at other people to an extent, right? So, for example, there's the whole GHK feed lips. Stuff like that, which I know it really sucked for the guy that ran the shop, and I get that there's stuff going on in the background of that, but it's just now every once in a while you're just reading a random post and someone goes, "Oh, are they GHK feed lips?" And you're like, "No, I recognise that. I know what you're talking about." Yeah.
Evening, Jade. Early week nofo. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're busy boys this coming weekend, so we've had to jump on and sort of slip one in here on a Tuesday night. It is Tuesday, isn't it? Yes, it is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday, yeah.
I don't know why I'm looking over there for no response from anyone.
It's definitely Tuesday over there.
Is it Tuesday?
It is Tuesday.
Yes, thank you. It is Tuesday. Yes, says
no
the
fan. Hi, Terry. Yeah, so, okay, well, yeah, Rach says, unless your child's been born, so that's not happened. But what I've been working on is we have an event coming up this week, hence the early episode. And we've been working on these. So I don't know if you remember last week, we were talking about how some people might not feel confident enough to play a role, put on an accent for any reason. Obviously some people kind of find it. Sometimes they can be a bit offensive. Let's not lie.
It can be.
So we thought.
November Foxtrot alive, by the way, according to my laptop. Thank you, laptop, for that. Good.
So I've cribbed this from something I found online. So I don't claim to have purchased these, and I'm not going to share them because that's probably copyright infringement. And if it works, then I might actually buy them properly. But these are basically quick point cards that have various different things on. I just found these freely on the internet, so I'm not selling them. I don't know how that works copyright-wise. I'm not sure. But I'm going to get these laminated.
You're already into it. You can't stop.
Well, I was just thinking. I'm now talking about this on the internet. So,
shit.
But these basically are designed for like non-verbal communication, so you can point at stuff. So I'm not going to hold it too close to the screen, but there's things like bomb caches, identification, ambushes, and stuff like that. So for some of the Milsims and stuff where you've got an insurgency force or a civilian force which are meant to be sort of non-English speaking, that might kind of create a new element of gameplay whereby Op 4 can't actually talk to Blue 4, so they have to.
So it's almost like a cue cards type thing. Like, were they carrying one of these weapons, and then you can point. Yeah. Have you seen these?
And then
that's cool,
man. Have the hilarity of everyone trying to work out how to use these stupid cards.
I can't help but think that everyone's going to resort to talking like caveman, though. We're just grunting and pointing like
this.
It's like Christ. We've just all turned into Cro-Magnon man.
I hope that satisfies you, Rage, because we were just chatting about that. But he says, "I'll give you one English pound and an Orange Club bar for the film." Yeah, that's right. If they work well on Friday, then we'll, maybe this is
something
Danny,
we could show
create a no-fo version. Hi, Nick.
Welcome along.
Similar to a Chinese takeaway menu, point at the meal that you want. Yeah, exactly.
Number 26, number 36, and number 28, please. Do you deliver? No, chicken or beef?
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, this is obviously a general Q&A. So you guys are all running the show, guys and girls. You are in the show. So if you've got any questions, throw them into the chat.
It's not my internet. Can't be. I fixed it.
No,
Fixed the internet, by the way. I should be magic now.
Yeah. So what was the problem with your internet while questions are coming in?
Well, so basically, after my poor attempt at joining the interface web googlemail.com head last week, jumped onto BT. Turns out this engineer that had come out previously had completely jeffed up my hub, turned off loads of settings that shouldn't have been turned off. So the guy at the other end of the line, can't remember his name, but he was awesome, absolute guru with fiber. Reset all my hub. Turns out that the guy had turned off a setting on the hub. I have no idea about this stuff, guys, but that the hub determines whether your laptop is either hardwire connected via an Ethernet or wirelessly connected to the hub. Mm-hmm. Now, he turned off that setting for the hub to differentiate between the two. So my laptop is going bonkers trying to connect via both. And then the hub's going, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Wi-Fi, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, Ethernet. So he went for that's why it was screwing it up. So he's turned it all off and restarted it. So now I'm getting 1 gig download or something. I sent you that picture, Mike, didn't I? I couldn't quite believe it once he'd sorted it all out. So yeah, very happy. So fingers crossed, it's all good.
You can now download movies in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Why I'd need that much connection speed, but that's what they offered, so that's what I want.
No, fair dues. Fair dues.
So yeah, that's the end of my little tale of internet woe last week.
Yeah. No, fair dues. Well, it's good that it's sorted out. It shows that we are ever striving to improve our performance.
We are. We do strive daily. It's a struggle daily.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is.
I'll tell you what, one thing I would like to discuss. If anyone has a source for ANK 1500 round nutsack M249 magazines, can you please let me know? It seems that the entire country has run out of them. I know Lance was trying to get hold of one.
I was trying to secure one about 18 months ago, and I gave up trying to look for them because they were just out of stock everywhere. And when you did like you had, you ordered some, and then you get an email with a refund saying they're out of stock. Sorry, it's just bugger,
Yeah. Which, to be fair to the shops that I've been dealing with, that's great. I'm quite happy for that. It's nicer that you let me know rather than just keep the money.
Yeah, that's a fair one. Yeah. That's a fair. I'll tell you what though, if anyone's in the chat who's a dab hand at the old 3D printing,
yeah,
drop me a message. Project. We've got me and Michael got a little joint venture. Want to discuss with you? That's a bit creepy. Don't ignore that. We're not doing that. We're not doing any of that. None of that docking going on. No, none of that malarkey. Thank you very much. Yeah. Nothing associated with that whatsoever. It's airsoft
anyway,
related.
First question from Nick. Thanks, Nick. How do you fit a half mask to a helmet?
Ooh, I grow one on my face, so it's constantly with me. That's how I fit mine to my helmet. Yeah. I've no idea. I don't use them, mate. No. So I do apologise.
The half masks I have, I don't actually fit to the helmet. I just have them as separate pieces, and the reason for that is that if I ever want to take the helmet off and then switch to a boonie quickly, it's not obviously integrated. I know that there's on the fast helmet where you've got the kind of that shape rail system. There's usually like a little clip in there.
There is. There's like countersunk screw heads, isn't there? That you can.
Yeah, so you can detach those. I think there's got like a quick release buckle on those that you can use to attach them.
Like the Virtus, you get the right gear type setup. Is that what you're on about?
Yeah. Well, no. So there's those ones, but there's actually. I might have it.
I'll be surprised if you haven't got it for your collection of helmets.
I'll tell you what, give me 2 seconds. I'll go grab mine. Hang on.
Who's in the chat here? Wayne, I got my small box mag on Amazon. Oh, mate, did you? For the 249. I may have to have a look into that then. 3D print. 3D print. Who's this? James. AirTac UK. Top man. Thanks for that, bud. Evening, Lee. Oh, I missed that. Nobody else. Good.
Right, I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
So, I don't know if you can make that out. I might just make myself big and quick. You get the little clip connection in here. Where is it? That. So that comes out. And you can attach them to those. I've currently got them rigged up for the X-Fog system that I've got on the helmet. So I've actually attached that via cable tie.
Good old cable tie.
That little clip you can use as a little quick release strap that works quite well. If that's of any help.
So the actual half mast then would just literally essentially click in there There's no retention around the actual face. It just
So
it just clips to the helmet.
you can get them
Or you
set
got a
up
little
with
strap
the back
around the neck.
as well. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I always keep mine separate. So it's a bit of a moot answer from me because yeah. Cool. Well, that's successful first question. Don't know. Wayne says, "What am I going to do on Friday? Spend time talking to the family." Yeah.
Sorry, mate. You have to spend the evening with the missus, rubbing olive oil on her belly in preparation for the birth. Or you could come and listen, you want to come to the Milsim, you're more than welcome to do that.
Here's a very quick thing that baby related that I want to share with the group. I'd never heard of the perennial massage, which is something that you do to allow things to sort of stretch a bit more. I'm not going to go too graphic with it. Don't Google perennial massages unless you have an interest in that, because it turns out there's quite a lot of male toys for that. And also don't do it at work.
Oh dear, Mike. Did you make a boo-boo?
I made a bit of a boo-boo because I was explaining it to someone at work. And I was like, yeah, I think you can buy something to like help.
Via the medium of PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Well, just interrupt this board meeting, please.
I've got a quick question. Yeah.
Well,
see, that's the thing. I do always revel in the, if anyone says, has anyone got any questions? Unless they say specifically about the thing that they want to answer questions on, that's an open game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You ask what you like. Not for this. The November Foxtrot Q&A is only about Airsoft. No questions about anything else.
Loosely.
I'll shoot myself in the foot.
Absolutely, very loosely. Andy Bob made it. Good man. That is tea in ultra quick time.
Well done. Right, so Sherwood Recon Fox says, any idea what your next gear purchase will be?
Ooh, I don't know. Well, one of them nutsack box mags. Ideally, if you know of any going to Sherwood Recon Fox, that's what it was going to be. Just to reduce the older profile of the old 249 down a little bit. But I want to talk about it now. That little idea we've had, but I'm not going to say nothing yet.
Yeah, no, don't explain that one.
Super duper secret to all you 249 lovers out there, though. Got you covered. Hopefully soon, in a few months.
I don't really have any gear purchase lined up, to be honest with you.
No, it's all quiet on the old Western Front at the moment, mate. If I'm honest, I'm pretty much good, and I'm not at all, because there must be something out there I need to get.
Oh, there's always something out there, though, isn't there?
There's always something out there.
I've just bought another plate carrier. I've bought another Osprey vest on eBay that's arriving this week. So that's quite cool.
That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, because I've seen the picture.
So it's a brand new.
Oh, I've made a purchase. I have made a purchase.
Go
on, Mike. No, you feel I just bursted across.
I was just going to say, the plate carrier. So for those regular listeners to the show, you might know I've got a problem with Osprey vests, and that it's a slight addiction. And I bought another blue one because I've now got about 4 of them. But this one's brand new, and it comes with the sort of the original medic pouch, which is quite hard to get hold of, and an ammo pouch as well, which is quite exciting. So
armed press, I like it.
Yeah. I think it's designed for water bottles, but it's basically the M4 ammo pouch. So anyway, what was your purchase? Yeah, do you know what? When you first mentioned that massage, my first thought was plants. I'm not gonna lie. Then I thought, so I managed to secure myself a early 1990s British Army PLCE OD Green Bergen off of the online auction site in really good condition at a really good price, and that should be arriving very, very soon. So I've always wanted one. I've always wanted one in OD green, a Bergen short back with the matching rocket pouches and all that business. So yeah, I'm proper pumped for that. I know it's another backpack, but but I've only got 2 Bergens. Do you know what I mean? That'll be my second Bergen. All right, not like those are rookie numbers, Lance. Those are rookie numbers.
Exactly. I was waiting for that. Yeah, I was just like, I've got 2. But so yeah, that's my latest little investment.
Medic side pouch as well.
Oh yes, they're cool. They're really good because well, it's sort of piggybacking your idea of your stuff sack for your Bergen, your grab bag. What was it? What's the term for it again? What was it called?
It's a tanker bag.
Tanker bag. Sorry, yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, that's pucker, because as good as rocket pouches are, very versatile. Do you know what I mean? It's essentially a sack with a zipped lid at the top, which zips to the side of your bag, and you can just open the lid up and chuck loads of shit in there if you want and zip it back up again. But with these medic ones, then you've got to be careful because I ordered one of each. I ordered the third one because I wasn't happy with one of them. You've got one of them unzips and it almost opens up like a book, so it's got like a spine that's fixed, if you follow me. So you'll unzip the actual rocket pouch and it'll open up like that, which can be a bit of a ball ache to get because stuff could just come out. Whereas the ones I wanted, the zips join at the top, so when you unzip it, it then stops at the bottom, and it's like a drawbridge sort of mechanism. It opens up like that way towards you, so then you can access anything. Whereas if it's opening like that, it's still just a bit of a ball ache. But so I've ordered I managed to find one that opens up how I wanted it, so I've got another one of them. So they'll be they're cool. I like them, and it's got a Velcro internal bit, so you can actually put Velcro pouches like the little net pouches, like the 1 litre snug pack ones you've got, Mike. You can get them. They're not medic ones that have got the male hook and loop. So you got the hook on the back of the pouch, and it's the softy bit on the inside of the bag. So if you didn't want to have the pouch in there, it's not going to scratch up any kit you're going to put in there without pouches, which is cool. So I just need to find some of them now, but they're about as rare as rocking or shit. So
I might have a source for you. Yeah, I think is it Kit Monster? I think Kit Monster sell them.
Ah, okay. I'll have a little butchers on there later on then. See what I can find. So yeah, a couple of little purchases there for all the upcoming events that we've got coming up. So all good.
I apologise to the chat, by the way. I'm answering questions that are now sort of up here, and I appreciate these comments down here because I didn't see the bit about the perennial massage and stuff. And Rage says that sounds like an option at a seedy massage parlour. So I'll try and keep skipping.
Nothing seedy about that, I don't think. Everyone's got needs.
Jason Sladen says you can buy Velcro cable ties from B&Q and use them to attach your lower face from the to the Velcro on your lid. There you go.
For the half mask. Yeah, cool.
Nice. Yeah. Sorry, I'm skipping around as well.
Cool. Fair one, mate.
Right, what was the next one? I've lost it now. Oh, blimey. Nick again. What would you suggest for use in a Milsim? Full ghillie suit or ghillie cape? Ooh.
I'm an advocate of the Viper hood. Who's matey? The Rust camo one, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
We've got. I love that. It's nice and lightweight, even in the summer months. It's nice and cool still, and it's essentially it's your back, your chest, upper arms, and a nice baggy hood, which you can dress up and add bits of foliage and that to your heart's content.
And it's made of like a really lightweight mesh as well.
It's proper. It's almost like mosquito mesh, but ever so slightly thicker, isn't it? Obviously, it's not a mosquito net. It's the bigger holes and stuff for obviously getting cable ties and adding your own vegetation to it. But it's so light and it's really strong. It's a Rust camo sniper hood, I think it's called, Mike, isn't it?
Yep,
we got them. I think we got them on eBay.
Because they also sell the other version of that, which is kind of like a solid canvas panel one.
There's a question for the man down there. Look, he's the man to answer it, Mr. Donald. There.
Oh, there you go.
Silly Gilly.
Yep. Feel free to have a chat with Ed in the chat. He'll sort it out.
Yeah.
But you can also buy like a solid canvas one. I bought a few of those in the past, and the heat difference between that and the Rust camo one is phenomenally different. There's just so much more airflow with the Rust camo one.
Screen's talking about. There we go.
Yeah.
Instantly, bosh. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I have tried one of the Wookiee.
He's the guy if you want to ask about ghillie suits.
I mean, yeah, he's a guru of crafting everything, Nick. So if you're into it, mate, Ed's Silly Gilly on Instagram. He's your man for any crafting bits and bobs. But I mean, I tried one of the Wookiee suits, the all in like the full jacket, hood, bottoms, and oh man, I baked, absolutely cooked, and I was like, nah, this ain't happening. No. This is coming off.
Private Ratica says my drive home takes 4 times as long when I'm listening as I keep pulling over to type. Well, as long as you do it safely.
Exactly that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll drop to your questions quick. I know there's some other ones further up, but I'll drop to yours quick, Private Ratica, so you know you're nice and safe. A couple of quick questions. Can you wash molly gear on a low temperature in a washing machine? Got a second-hand chest rig on eBay, and I want to degerm.
I think I've washed a plate carrier before. Failing that, mate, I'll just take it outside and give it a blast with a pressure washer from a bit of a distance. I wouldn't go balls to the wall like that far away from it, but I'll certainly step back and just give it a blast down. I can't see that being a problem. But yeah, just I don't know. Have we got any ex-boys in here that could answer that question?
Possibly. We'll wait and see.
I'm sure I've washed one on a cold wash before. I'm sure I have, because it was honking, absolutely minging. I mean, it smelt like the bottom of a bin.
You must be able to wash them, I would have thought.
I'm sure you can. I've washed my Osprey a few times in the wash, all good. Yeah.
Wayne says, I've washed my Osprey a few times in the wash, all good. Lee says, yep, I've done mine in the washer.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see it. I mean, whether you put it on a hot wash or a cold wash, I mean, it's not like it's glued or anything, so a hot wash wouldn't have to come into it. And it's, I don't know. Maybe stick it on a 30 wash, mate. Delicates, I don't know.
I'm assuming this relates to this, but Ed thought he was going to use to spray it with a blast of spray paint. Now get rid of the smell.
Yeah, just coat it. Whatever's in there, just trap it. Just seal it in a cocoon of spray paint. That's
there we go.
The best option.
Rage says, yes, you can, as long as it's not a hot wash. And
not a cheap Chinese knockoff. I'll finish Mike's sentence for him.
Cheap Chinese knockoff. There we go. Lee says on a 20. So there you go.
I want a 20. Delicates. Chuck it in with the suzzies.
And Terry says, just no softener.
Just no softener. Hands that do dishes.
Wayne says, stick it in with the wash with the wife's bras. There you go.
Lad.
Yeah.
Fair play. I bet she loves you for that.
So Ed and Nick have been talking a little bit. Thanks. I have the Novrich hat and cape that has been done for me, but the more the better. There you go.
Fair play. Nice one.
Yeah, I mean, I've never worn a full ghillie suit, but I quite like the hood because it just breaks up the outline of the head and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So cool. Right, jumping back up the chat. We have. I've lost it again.
Oh, Mike,
I really wish, and I have fed this back to the software that we use, where you could just flag things so you can come back to them easily, because it is not the easiest to find stuff. There we go. Aaron Emerton. Aaron says, so I'm a complete novice and would love to go to a Milsim event. What advice would you give a novice like me, guys?
Ooh, novice as a minimal kit you've got, mate? Or are you like a skirmish? Do you do a lot of skirmishes and sort of like one-day events? If you could sort of elaborate a bit on that, because like we've spoken before, if you're new to sort of if you want to get into Milsim, like Mike's obviously raised it before about perhaps doing a 1 day where you're not obviously spending an overnight and you do like more of a battle sim sort of type setup. So you're out in the field for the whole day. You're not coming back to the safe zone after each game. Little 1 day events. Yeah. It depends really, bud. I mean, if you did want to take part in the Milsim, and you've done a lot of 1 day sort of battle sims, where you just take minimal kit, like a patrol pack's worth of kit for the day. You go out in the field for your 8 hours or 12 hours, whatever it is, and you can quite happily survive out of the back of that pack. Then that's all good. When you start going into like the 24-hour or 36-hour or 48-hour op sort of thing, I'd definitely suggest doing one more in the summer months, spring, summer, rather than getting into the winter, because you can get away with less kit during the summer. If I'm honest, obviously, everyone's going to have like a Gore-Tex jacket or something on them, because, you can get rain. You're in the UK, rain can happen in about an hour's time. It could be 30 degrees and it start raining an hour later. So you got to be careful there. But I'd certainly, if you're going to do a overnight one, I'd certainly look towards the more spring, summer events than I would getting into the winter, just purely for the amount of kit you've got to get for a winter event. All your thermal layers, your base layers, your bags.
It's just a softer start, isn't it?
It's a lot. It's an easier way of doing it and taking part, and it's a bit of a, you can get away with. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one, but I'd certainly go spring, summer event for your first one if you're going to do it, and to a site perhaps that that you've got a team there or a few guys. You not necessarily have to. If you're happy to crack on and just sign up for one on your Jack Jones, or if you've got a couple of pals that want to do it as well, then crack on, mate. But yeah, don't be withdrawn about signing up for one. If there's one that takes your fancy, mate, just jump in and have a crack at it. Do you know what I mean? But just be safe with it as well at the same time. Make sure you got, I wouldn't say the bare minimum, but the amount of kit that you'd need to take part safely and keep you safe, and you not to be a burden on your team or you taking part with. Just going there with a bit of confidence with your kit and what you're using. Really, that's what I'd sort of say, Mike.
My advice would be just jump in, and I say just jump in, like just get involved. Basically, if you're going to go to one, just rock up, talk to people, get to know them. So I did the Legion event at Lid. Went on my own. Never met anyone on my team before. Just got to know them, having a chat. And yeah, basically just get involved, start talking to them. Best one is, what's that gun you're using? Because everyone likes talking about their riff.
Exactly. Yeah, just
Like
bit of confidence, and just like you said, like Mark just said, just get involved with it. You know what I mean? Don't be shy, and if you are a bit shy, we'll take one of your pals along with you, a couple of pals.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, the other thing you can always do.
site.
The other thing you can always do is when you're booking on, send the organisers a message. Quite often, I would say the organisers have like a group of people that go into their events that they know fairly well, that will go regularly, and they might be able to sort of pair you up with someone, that's going to be better suited for you. So, for example, some teams I know are sort of very rigorous in terms of like we've got a night vision and they do team drills and stuff like that. So it's going to be a bit rubbish to kind of put you in with them because you'll probably
I think that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair to do that because obviously they work at doing what they do as a team, and rightly so. If that's what they want to do, then crack on by all means. I mean that's cool. That's cool. But a lot of events you book onto, Aaron, is there's usually like a comments bit afterwards, any additional comments or anything like that you need to make when you're booking on. So you could always pop a note to them, say, look, guys, I really want to take part, I'm new to it. I think I've got all the kit I need. A lot of events will give you a kit list as well, so you can always check off to that. We've got one posted in our Facebook chat, a kit list, haven't we, Mike? I think that you can reference.
Well, I am actually, so after this weekend, if someone reminds me, the kit list that Lance has put together, I'm going to be turning into a little NoFo one. It's basically this, but with a NoFo logo on it. That we'll
I love how you dress stuff up. I really do. You're so good at it.
But we'll put this on our Facebook page and stuff like that people can download and use. I've got to kind of work it out because it's very tiny writing at the moment. I've sort of struggled to read that. But it's
basically
kind of a
list with a fucking badge at the top. What?
Yeah, basically a list. But then, sort of like people can use those to kind of check off stuff and bits and pieces. I'm going to use it myself. So that might be of use. So if I haven't done it by next week, just shout at me and then I'll sort it out.
Yeah, kit list, mate. Something to reference when you're packing your gear. That's always well handy because otherwise you'll be sitting there thinking sort of, oh, cross, have I got that? And then unpacking it to find out that it is in there and you haven't checked it off or whatnot. So whether it's on your phone or you've printed it off like Mike has, either works, mate.
So cool. Sean says, "Are you looking forward to the Milsim?"
I am.
I'm not really going, so I'll leave it to you.
You are. You've got some stuff to do.
I know. Shall I show my helmet, or should we keep that one secret?
No. Don't reveal your helmet yet until we're.
I'll keep my helmet secret.
That's not for the internet to see, Mike.
No, that's fine. So you're looking forward, Lance, because obviously you've sort of heavily organised this.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm proper nervous as well at the same time because obviously myself and Smithy and John, we've all put sort of like some effort into it, organising the event and sort of the taskings. And I don't like to write specific taskings. Do you know what I mean? I like to see the game develop and we sort of shoehorn bits in there as we go along. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to say, but this time we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing that. It's all dependent on what the guys do out on the ground to sort of like a fluid event, if you like. So, but yeah, I am looking forward to it. But obviously, like I said, nervous at the same time that, just want everyone to enjoy it and, get what they can out of it and put 110% effort into it because otherwise they're not going to enjoy it. So, but yeah, I am, Sean. Looking forward to seeing you and the boys, mate, as always. It's always a pleasure, never a chore. And sort of itching to get a nice couple of nights under my belt again. So obviously we've done the Octo ones, but you have the little break in the evening. So this would be a good one. It kicks off at, I think it's about 9 a.m. Friday. And then we're looking at Index potentially early afternoon Sunday. So it's a long drawn out affair, this one. So my mind's, like I said in my Instagram post, my mind's telling me yes, but my body's just shaking his head and laughing at me. Nah, mate, that's not going to happen. What else are you looking for? Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, absolutely winging it. Just, gift of the gab. Thanks, Tel. Thanks for the support, mate. I know I can count on you, bruv. Christ.
Someone says, can't wait. Be good to see you all.
Ah, yeah, good man. Yeah, all good.
By the way, if anyone is at the event and wants to buy some patches, I'll be there with a big old bag of patches for sale. So yeah, if you could have cash on you, they're £7 each. So that would be really great, please. If you want them, no pressure. But
you should absolutely buy them, gents. Absolutely buy them because they're cracking patches. Mike can't sell shit, so I'll do that bit.
You want to buy some shit? I can't sell it. Hi, Reese.
Evening, Mike doing my. Oh, yeah, well, absolutely so, sir. Yeah. I expect that
Right.
bouffant to be banging for this weekend, Mr. Brewer.
Ray says, why is everything on fucking Facebook? So at some point, it would be nice if we had our own website that you could have downloads and stuff on.
Well, it'd be nice at some point if Rage opened a fucking Facebook account.
Yeah. Rage, if I can find some way of sharing documents on YouTube, I'm happy to do so. But if anyone, the other option, I'll tell you what, if anyone does want to get the kit list once it's been prepared, then you can email us at nofochat@hotmail.com. You can use our Instagram at November_Foxtrot_Nofo, Facebook at November Foxtrot Nofo. I got it wrong. YouTube November Foxtrot. You just drop us a message on any of those, and we can also send you a copy of it. That's many years. There you go. How's that, Rage? Hope that's,
Rage, why don't you just open a Facebook account and don't add anyone as a friend and just purely use it to watch this? Just keep all your settings super private. No one can find you. Nothing. That's what you need to do, bud.
Yeah. Oh, blimey. Wayne says, if anyone buys the patches on the day, Mike, you have to recite the poem.
Yeah. The poem. What, the good poem or the bad poem?
Go the good poem. So there's basically, for those that don't know, there's a poem that comes with.
I don't think you should tell them. I don't think it should be a secret.
There's a secret. There's a secret that comes with buying the patches when you get them posted to you. But to be honest, I would rather recite the poem in person because postage costs us like £1 every time we have to send anything out. So that would be great.
The choice is up to the buyer. That's right. It should be, Wayne. You're absolutely right, mate.
Yeah.
Just
if you want to be offended or not?
Yeah, if you want to be offended or not, then just put a note in the comments when you purchase on the PayPal.
Private Raticus says, insert amazing/humorous question here. Yeah.
Nicely done.
James says, get in contact with AirTac UK.
That was regarding 3D printing that we spoke about earlier.
Cool.
So all good there.
Awesome. Yes. You see, I'm slowly getting there. We're just working our way down the chat.
So, Mike, then, whilst we're waiting for some more questions for this weekend, as you're a man about town, if you like, what would you be taking as a sort of just like a little day setup for you, like a little kit bag, little bug outy bag type sort of arrangement with all your little essentials in there, will you?
Yep. So I've basically got a day sack. I've got a bottle of water, a bag of sweets, because you can never not have a bag of sweets.
Absolutely.
I think that's about it. I've got a camera, so I can take some pictures. Hoping to take as many pictures as possible so that we can refill the older media banks for the NoFo Instagram. So if anyone wants to be in a photo with Lance, just let me know, and then I'll happily take your photo.
Bastard, why?
So yeah, I'm not going to carry too much stuff, to be honest with you. I'm not really camping or anything. I'm actually
anyone can bring me
camping.
Mike's head on a pike at the end of the event. You can have a photograph.
Yeah, there we go. I'm actually going wild camping Thursday night, funnily enough, with work. So we're going on a micro adventure, or a mini adventure.
Will there be any more? Will there be massages?
No, not. we might have to talk about it.
Already, you should bring it up around the campfire. So right, anyhow, next subject.
Perennial massage.
Perennial massage. Go.
I don't even think I'm saying that right. I'm probably not.
Well, yeah. It can't be perennial because that's a plant, isn't it?
Yeah, perineum.
Perineum. Perianal.
Yeah. Don't know. Can we just say that we're not responsible for anyone looking this up on YouTube or Google or in any way?
Didn't tell them to do that at all. Why did you even say that?
No, I'm not. I'll tell you what, I might, because I know Paul's obviously going to be at the event as well. So I'm hoping that we can get like a little trio photo. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah, nice.
But I might also grab some blue ribbons as well.
I reckon he's laying back in his hot tub now with a JD and a blue ribbon. That's what I can see. That's what's going on. I can actually see that happening. Yeah. Stogie in the ashtray and just a blue ribbon, forgetting which one's which, biting the cigar, trying to smoke a blue ribbon. Don't forget Lance's pouch. No, bloody Terry again.
Yeah.
We'll have worse, Tel. You'll be on stag for about 11 hours, mate. I'm telling you. Can I come down at the Sanger now, please? No.
Here we go. This one, I've been waiting for this question for this is now episode 35. It's taken this long for people to actually ask the question. So what does
Episode
the
34.
name November Foxtrot mean, and why was it chosen? Lance?
Well, this name came about from our very first discussion, wasn't it? When we first started talking about what we wanted the show to be about. And we sort of started throwing ideas around about kit and this and that. And then because we're all fucking childish, it all started getting very silly and sort of veered completely off topic. And it ended up, what was it?
It was going to be
about how we're going to pay for it and things like that. How we're going to pay, and it could be like, I could be doing a bit of dancing in a mankini or something, and Paul would be like, I could be doing this with some. I think we were talking about peanuts or something like that, wasn't it? And it was then the peanut thing started going a bit deep, and then it turned out with here's now Paul fucking some nuts. So, and then Mike sort of blurted in with the nut fuckers, and then it's like, well, it's got to be more tactical than that. So then November Foxtrot. So November Foxtrot essentially stands for nut fuckers, ladies and gentlemen. That's where the name came from, and then it sort of stuck. So there it is. Yeah.
Fun little side story as well. We were originally, rather than NoFo, we were going to call ourselves the NF, and then. Yeah.
Well, we did the Fox, didn't we? We did the Fox, and it just had a big capital NF underneath it, and I was just like,
it's a bit national fronty.
I don't know if we can do that, you know. Well, actually, no, because I don't think the Fox had been born yet, had it?
No, we had the Fox fairly early on because we had the Foxtrot.
Okay, right, fair enough.
Because November is a lot harder thing to draw, basically.
But it's just big NF, and I was just like, we can't do that. We should change that. So let's pop a couple of O's in there, shall we?
There you go.
So, yeah.
Apparently, that's a letdown for Mike Brewer.
Oh,
sorry,
Mike. I do apologize.
I hope we haven't lowered the tone.
Yeah, I thought nut fucking would be. I thought you'd be paying up for that myself. Paul he was willing to pay for the stream via his antics with peanuts. So
if you'd like to join our OnlyFans, there's a large variety of content on there with Paul and some walnuts.
And blue ribbons. And Mike with his vast collection of helmets.
Yeah.
I feel a bit left out. Maybe I could just video.
You've got pouches, mate. Your pouches.
I'll just sit in the corner and eat my pizza quietly. Voyeur. I mean, if you put it like that. Well, there we go, mate. Yeah. See, I knew I'd win you over. Whoa.
So what else can we talk about? What have we got coming up in the future?
Well, we've got this weekend, which is going to be banging. After that, we've got Octo. Well, you're going to be on dad duties, aren't you?
Yep. So I've got a baby coming out. Not from me.
New release.
Yeah. Drop date is.
Sounds like you're dropping an album. I've got a baby coming out.
Well, you know, it's going to be awesome because in 12 to 15 years' time, I'm just slowly building my own airsoft team so that I can play with my own friends.
Like minions.
Yeah. Jade said she's going to start leaving walnuts around the places that we go.
As long as you don't leave them at the ones that Paul goes to, because God knows what's going to happen to them. They might get eaten. They might not.
Yeah. Sorry, reason.
Go on.
I was just going to say the reason I'm looking a bit distracted. I was just looking up. Have you seen these new brushless airsoft motors? Bringing it back round to something actually vaguely serious.
Yeah.
So these new motors are absolutely tiny, and I'm quite intrigued to see how that sort of takes the future of airsoft. Really.
Miniature guns.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the. I can't do it quick enough. Whilst I'm looking that up as well, the Titan batteries are really good. I've just ordered a few more.
Have you?
Yeah. So my new M249, it has because it's the para version. It doesn't take the nunchuck batteries or anything like that. So it takes like a little brick battery. So I've ordered one of those. Which is arriving relatively soon. So that's probably the only kit purchase I'm probably actually going to make for a little while. I can't load this quick enough. I wanted to talk about brushless airsoft motors and it's not working.
I'd rather talk about peanuts again and walnuts. So more important stuff. What
That's
is this,
fine.
an Airsoft podcast?
Oh, where is
Let's
it
not get all
gone?
serious on me now.
Well, I'll tell you what, actually,
Right, that's it. I'm gone.
there's another system as well that I think G&G are looking to bring out, which is a cyclone motor type system. So rather than have a piston that rams back and forwards, it runs off it basically creates like a little mini fan, vortex type thing that
Cyclone,
basically forces the air out.
Whirlwind.
So I'm just personally, I thought it was just a vague question as to sort of stuff that I'd love to see in the future. Because I think it's going to make a huge difference.
What would produce the size in that then with a brushless motor then?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
I've got a torque wrench which I use at work, which is a brushless motor. But I mean, I don't know what a brushed motor would look like in the same torque wrench.
I had it all saved and everything. And I don't know where it's gone. So, all right.
Do you question? List what are these questions here? What got you into Airsoft in the first place, or found out about it from Nick? Go on, Mike. You go first.
What got you into Airsoft in the first place? I've always liked guns, and dressing up and playing toy soldier. I have done since I was probably about 6. I was never allowed anything at home that I was allowed to fire anything. So it was like Nerf guns were probably vaguely acceptable. But other than that, it was like the classic wooden toy rifles and stuff like that. I think we had Laser Quest at one point, like the laser challenge thing.
I always wanted a laser tag. I never got that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Laser challenge, I think it was called. And then at uni, where you have drunken ideas and you've got surplus cash, I worked out that you could buy airsoft guns. So I bought a Double Eagle M4 from Just BB Guns, and it was amazing. And we basically sat there for the entire, I think it's sort of weekend, basically just shooting the frying pan at the other end of the lounge. And then it turned out that Just BB Guns actually used to have their own airsoft site, which was a very tiny venue up the top. It's like above a warehouse type thing. It's almost, if you imagine a small Laser Quest site, it used to be like that, but everyone was running around with airsoft guns. So I actually got I got my first Yukara from Just BB Guns, and like the number of it was so low. It was like one of their first 10 Yukaras that they'd ever issued was from Just BB Guns. So like whenever anyone's always like moaning about it, I'm like, well, I kind of started there, and then just sort of progressively, I just sort of progressively got more and more kit. And a friend of mine at uni was giving up airsoft, and he had all this stuff in storage, so he sold me like 3 massive plastic crates of stuff for like 50 quid, which I split with my brother, and that had like 6 different airsoft guns, all the kit, and everything like that. So that was a massive win. Nice. And then from that point, just got more and more stuff. Started going to Milsims because it sounded a little bit more tactical, and then I'm here now.
Not stopped since. Never looked back.
Yeah. How about you, Lance?
I've got to be brutally honest, actually. I first heard of airsoft when I was working. I was contracting to London Underground. And I was working up at Acton, Bollow Lane Depot, and there was a gentleman there called Kevin Howes who did airsoft, and I got to be brutally honest. I used to rip the piss out of him for it because I was being a fool, and I'd never tried it. And when he explained it to me, I was just like, whatever. And then it wasn't until my cousin, who is involved with firearms and the business that he's in, he come across these packages that he had, which was like a 2-tone MP5, a 2-tone Beretta 92 gas blowback pistol, some Face Pro, a holster, a couple of bags of BBs for however much it was, and I thought. Yeah, I was talking to Daniel about it. He's in our team, and he said, "Well, I've been a couple of times." He said, "He's actually really good." I was like, "Right, okay." I said, "Well, all right, and yeah, if I don't like it, it's something to shoot out the back of the garden at some targets, isn't it? For I suppose." And so me and Dan and a few of the other guys from my work got these little sets, these little bargain sets, if you like. And it was to be fair, it was actually an Umarex A2 MP5. It's a wicked bit of kit. I mean, I've still got it now. I mean, it's on its last legs, bless it, but it's never been upgraded. It still fires, so it's all good. So we went along to Apocalypse Airsoft in Sittingbourne, Kent, where the event is this weekend, and I had an absolute blast. Turned up there with my 2-tone rifle and my fluorescent orange and black pistol. Run around the woods like an idiot, out of breath, just fogging up to buggery with these odd goggles that I had. Yeah, oh mate, it was shocking. But yeah, absolutely blinder of a skirmish day, and sort of obviously never looked back, and it's sort of all stemmed from there. So if I hadn't taken the mick out of Kev Howes at work, which I do apologise for, and I've apologised to him since, and we're actually really good pals. So if you're out there, call me. I've not spoken to you in a while, mate. But yeah, so that's what got me into airsoft. Was a mixture of my cousin Dan Wanstall and Kev Howes. So thanks to them three. Yeah, absolutely, thoroughly enjoy it as well. All good fun.
Yeah. Lee says I recommend trying out Imperium peeps if you like tanks, APCs, etc. Just for future reference. Yeah. So a couple of our team went. I think it was last weekend.
I believe it was. Yeah, Mr. Kettles, Mr. Mins, the Reese boys, Phil and Reese Hall. I think that was it.
I must admit that does look cool.
I can't wait. Well, we've got the SEO Milsim there, haven't we? The Black Rock 2.
I can't go.
Oh, you're missing out, mate.
I know.
You're missing out.
But I'm enjoying the adventure of fatherhood.
Well, that's it. You can't. There's no greater adventure, is there?
No, there isn't. I don't want to play with tanks at all.
No,
that's a lie. I am actually looking forward.
Of course you are, mate. Yeah, no, don't be daft.
I also like tanks. So
yeah, got it. Can't make it.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. So yeah, Black Rock 2 hosted by SEO, Mr. Terry Little, who we had on the show, and that's going to be hosted and held at Imperium Airsoft, which is, where is that Imperium, Mike? Is it down? Is it mate? It's not Maidstone.
I'm not sure. I've never been. I genuinely have no idea. It's relatively close to Maidstone.
Yeah, it's down that way, in that area. So yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Even Mr. Joke, ducks are back.
Les says, "Oi, boys, just finished packing. What a joke." Yeah, packing. I reckon packing is probably the worst bit of airsoft. It's just it's that I think I've got everything, and then you're like, oh, maybe I should take that, and then you just start adding things to it, and it's just like the bag, and it all fits, and yeah. Oh, there we go. Everyone's saying Faversham.
Faversham, apart from Les, Forham. Yeah. Forham from Les. That's where he reckons it is. You crack on, mate. I'll see you there.
Jade asks, this is a good one. Is there any point in having a scope, sight / red dot for any riff other than a sniper?
I'm going to be brutally honest, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can quite happily crack on with the iron sights if we're honest. SMGs, your M4s, your MP5s, your AKs. The distances we're firing at the end of the day.
Yeah, I disagree with that slightly. And the reason I say that is because with an LMG, I don't have any sight on it at all. I actually generally take off even the iron sights and just use it literally as like a spray and pray. So like, I'll just guide it in, that'll be fine.
More hate coming your way.
I know. But that being said, so I am looking at getting a Vortex red dot sight. And the reason for that is that I've had red dot sights in the past that you set them up and then every time you use them, they're slightly in the wrong place, or you're running around, it changes them and stuff like that. So I want something that's like relatively decent and kind of rated for impact protection and stuff like that, so it doesn't start changing. But the reason I want it is that I don't shoot people in the face accidentally. There's a couple of times that have happened over the last year that kind of made me worry about it a little bit. One of them was actually an Octo event, the one over in Gunman, not Gunman, because that's in Tubnam. Yeah, where I was lying in the bush, LM Gilly, and someone came out and I just sprayed, and I didn't work out where my first shot was going, and basically caught him straight in the face. And as soon as that happened, I automatically corrected.
Put another 12 in his chest.
But that's the thing, because it is an LMG, you are obviously firing a burst of rounds, and I don't want to intentionally hurt people. And he got really upset that I'd shot him in the face. And to be brutally honest with you, there was no reason for me to shoot him in the face because I had his full body available. But because I hadn't got that initial line of sight down my rifle, that I knew roughly where I was going with it, which I think a red dot would give me. So that's why I'm looking at getting a red dot. So that would be my answer. Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to use. So you've not tried using your iron sights then?
I have used the iron sights, but the problem with those is that where I've been using mesh a lot, I can't get a good field of vision with that.
Well, that's
so
a game changer for you now, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. So admittedly, with the new iPro that I've been using, I'll get a little bit more visibility. But I just think that the red dot, because it's a very visible thing that you can see. I'm just sort of thinking that might help. But
yeah, no, that's a fair point, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been able to do. I mean, especially, and what proved it for me, I'll see you to comment there. Yeah, that's fair enough. But what proved it for me was the Vietnam event we done, where we could only use iron sights, and I took part in that event without any problems whatsoever. And that's just my personal opinion. That's people like Ed's there. He's more au fait with targeting distances. He's a sniper and he's a very good one at that. So he's going to have far more knowledge about how it all works than what
he also shot me on the nose.
Yeah. Weren't looking down the sights of that one, was you, Ed?
Yeah. He didn't mean to be fair, and he came over and apologised, but he did shoot me squarely right on the nose.
Take care, Lee. Thanks, mate.
My lunch, and he just went poing.
Yeah. Ooh, nasty. Yeah. But yeah, no, I do appreciate that. I mean, the scopes, they look cool. I mean, there's magnification there, so you can get on target better. I don't like lobbing rounds, really, if I'm honest. I like to keep it like a straight hop. If I can't engage at that distance, then I'll sort of move. Do you know what I mean? I don't like hop adjusting. And I know you have to do it sometimes for windage and that, if it is a bit of a blow and you've got to sort of angle your rifle slightly left or right just to get your hop to adjust to counter the wind. But I've seen people completely adjust their hop so the BB goes up and then down over the back of a wall sort of thing. I'm just like, oh, yeah, don't know. But,
yeah, it's like that scene from Wanted where you can curve it around the pig.
Yeah. It's it's Airsoft, so it's each to their own sort of style, isn't it? But I mean, for me, I say that you don't need them. I've got them on both of mine. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, there's a look aspect to it as well. To be fair,
there is aesthetics of it. I mean, to be fair, it works well through my DMR. Using it through my DMR, which Ed obviously helped me sight in the first day I test fired it. He gave me some pointers on it because I think I had it mounted sideways to what it should have been. What I thought was correct was actually 90 degrees wrong. So he corrected all that for me, which was obviously very handy because I'd have been running around and not a clue. But yeah, I mean, it's each to their own, isn't it? Whether you like them or not. Like I said, I've got them on my rifles, and it's probably more for the look. Yeah, absolutely, than it is for me actually using them. I do engage down the sights. I might not be going like dead on the red dot all the time, but at the distances we're engaging, if you've been using the same rifle for a long time, you should sort of know where you feel your BB is going to be. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Terrible behaviour from you, Mike, shooting that man in the face.
I know. I felt really bad, and that's why I'm
surprised you didn't actually make a bigger issue of it and take yourself out of the game for a bit.
Yeah.
This is all news to me.
I went over and apologised and offered him a sweet and stuff. I mean, that was, in my defence, what I tried to at the time. And I said, look, I didn't mean to shoot you in the face. I'm very sorry. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's the fundamental thing for me. I'm not playing Airsoft to hurt someone. That's a byproduct of me playing. But I don't intentionally go out to try and hurt someone. That's not what I'm about.
The thing. So you've learned from a mistake there, and you're correcting it. So that's obviously, that's what everyone's got to do, isn't it? So the only trouble is some people don't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Nick says, "What got you?" Oh no, sorry, I had that one. Blimey! Oh, I'm going mad now. There was a question from Nick.
You used to have on your 249 Mike when we first ever sort of started milsimming together. I mean, I remember you arranged with your brother. Can. Yeah, that's a bit of kit, that is.
Which is quite nice. It only does 4 times zoom. So the proper L cans, you can swap between a 1 and 4 times zoom. It's got like a little lever on the side. Mine has the lever and stuff, but it doesn't do anything. It's just like a mock function. So that's quite nice. But then, yeah, I've just got a load of various scopes and bits and pieces. That's quite nice to sort of.
It was quite a meaty bit of kit. I mean, it did look cool. I mean, I was very new to it all then. I think it was actually probably my first milsim when I saw you and David up there at APOC. And you let me have a look going it down the range. It was amazing. I was just like, whoa, didn't know you could get stuff like this.
So that was your first one, was it?
My first ever milsim was at Apocalypse, where it was just me, Dan, and Kenny. And I believe you were with Carlo and
no way. That was my first one as well.
Up at the very top
Far
corner
end of nowhere.
Yeah, the back end of Beyond. That was my first. Yeah, that was my first overnighter. Yeah,
that was my first one as well.
I'll have to dig out that picture of me, Dan, and Kenny looking all young and fresh faced with too much kit. Literally, my Bergen, mate, was up there. Like, it was monstrous. Just stood there like
that's the thing. That's the thing. David and I, we'd never been before. So David's my brother. For those that don't know, we'd never been before. We literally rocked up. Our bags weighed an absolute ton, and our professed mine doesn't really get much lighter now. Bags weighed an absolute ton. We kind of trekked all the way up the big hill Apocalypse from the car park to the safe zone, and then there's Carlo, Taig, and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he does motorbike repairs and that.
Francisco, something like that.
Yeah, Francesco.
I know him as Fran. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that's it, Fran.
Apologies, Fran. Anyway, they rocked up with just pistols, and we were like, "What have we joined? Like, what is this?" And we said, "Where's your kit?" And they said, "Oh, this is all we need." It's like, blimey, what are we joining? Some sort of like SAS training type thing. Like, it was mad. And we lugged this stuff all the way over the far end, and it turns out that they basically parked their car at the back. So they could just get stuff in and out of the car, which was a bit cheeky.
The gear across, yeah, naughty.
Yeah, so I was like, that was hilarious. Yeah.
This will be my first event. Oh, sorry, go on, mate.
That's right. Andy says I missed the M249 discussion. We have been discussing them. I have just purchased an S&T M249. Very excited. So I've been toying about with what I'm going to do to it. Bit of spray paint. I'm going to try and get an Angel.
A bit of spray paint. A ton of spray paint. Just let me at it. Give me 10 minutes.
Quite possibly, yeah. I'm going to get an Angel custom suppressor for the front. I'm looking at getting possibly an ACOG sight or something like that. Oh, sorry, going back to the L-can. The reason I don't run the L-can on the Stoner is that the where it's an LMG, it's obviously got the bit of the gun that goes like that. And with the L-can sitting on the top of that, when you open it up, it just smashes the L-can into the front of the gun. So basically, I was starting to take paint off the front of that. So I was like, I don't want to break this.
So was that your Stoner then that I tried?
Yes.
Right. And so your Stoner then comes with a Picatinny rail on the top receiver on the upper doorbell.
It can do. So that was like an add-on kit for it. So it doesn't normally come with rails or anything like that. It's got like a plastic handguard and just a smooth top to it, like the stock version.
Yeah, because my AK249 obviously comes with it's a flat top receiver. What is that called now? We have to look that up, Mike. Come on, can't keep doing this for the next 3 minutes.
Feed flap. I don't know.
Feed tray cover. Feed tray cover.
Feed tray cover. There we go.
I think that's it. Term. Probably wrong. Andy, probably
if you know the answer, please chip in.
Yeah, Andy, come on, you're 249 man.
Yeah.
But I the existing fixing hole, I had to add another one into the feed tray cover. Feed tray cover.
Feed tray cover. There we go.
Yeah, boy. Yes. And I put a little Picatinny rail on my own up there, so I could put an iron sight or change it out for a scope if I wanted to. But I like just going down the iron sights. Love that. Definitely feed tray cover. Thanks, everyone.
Don't get me wrong. I like the iron sights, and Nick came up with quite a good idea of painting the central mast white to help with visibility. I've lost the comment now.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, fair one, Nick.
So that's something I'll possibly look at doing. But yeah, I mean, it just worried me a little bit. I don't not necessarily 100% knowing where that first shot's going.
No, totally, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's each to their own. Absolutely. I mean, I like using the iron sights down with 249. But like I said, I did put that on there. So I've removed the authentic iron sight, the rear iron sight, which comes as standard with the 249, and I took one off of my old Bolt LRP SOP mod. So it's like it's an M4 rear post, if you like, rear iron sight, which sits on the Picatinny rail on top of the top cover. So I use that with obviously the standard front iron sight that's on the 249 as it is. But yeah, if I did get a scope for it, it'd have to be big though. It'd have to be a nice big chunky looking one because it'll look a bit odd. I don't know. What do you reckon, Mike? Because
I agree with you. I agree.
That one that you had was a beast.
The only thing is, awesome. But the thing to bear in mind is that feed tray cover
It
does hinge quite a long way, and there is a likelihood of it just smashing on the front of the gun.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I was looking at. There was a US Army training video documentary type thing I was watching the other day, and they were the part where they were actually doing their rifle shooting. Fun fact: a US Army soldier will shoot about 2,500 rounds in their training. Was the little nugget I picked off of that video. But where they were doing the M249 and they were reloading that, interestingly, it didn't look like the feed tray cover went all the way over.
So was there like a retention strap there or something stopping it? A plate?
It wasn't a retention strap. I don't know if there's like a little block or something behind it that stops that from going all the way over. But I've noticed on a lot of the Airsoft versions of LMGs that I found that thing just flops about. So
I'll have to look at mine in a minute then and see.
Yeah.
See how far forward it does go. Yeah, my Mark Wayne says they're heavy enough. Yeah, exactly. Mine's a beast, mate, and I wouldn't want an optic on top of that. Christ alive.
Sorry, Andy does make a good point. You know how to stop it smashing into your M249.
Keep hold of it.
Like, I get it. That's obviously the best way of doing it. But there was just a few times where it's like, you let it go or whatever, and it was just literally going donk. So
don't drop it.
Yeah. So Wayne says my MK46 is heavy enough without an optic as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. I mean, that's why I kind of opted for the featherweight. And 249 is just, it weighs less than 4 kilograms stock. So there's a few things I'm going to tweak to it and change bits up on it. But yeah, it's going to be hopefully a relatively light LMG.
Yep.
So it just makes it easier. So yeah. Jade says, are there any issues with being left eye dominant?
No, I wouldn't say so. What being in what respect?
It actually helps. It helps with a stoner.
Actually, being a lefty.
Yeah. Well, I guess in terms of
being a righty, but your left eye's, I don't know.
Well, let's take the two in two parts. So, in terms of left-handed, right-handed, the GMP Stoner, the magazine, the way the magazine fits is it's a box mag that slides in from the right-hand side of the gun. And there's actually nothing keeping it there. There's no clip or anything like that. You've got a little sort of cover that comes over the side on the
that'd be a no, Ed. Sorry, Mike. That's a no, mate.
Bring boosters in. No. Yeah, so it's got a cover on the feed tube. So it actually, on the rifle itself, the box mag sits off to the left of the gun a little bit. So if you're a left-handed person, it's actually a lot easier to hold because you can bring the gun a lot closer to you. If you're right-handed, it means that you're constantly pushing against the box mag, which is then pushing against where the feed tubes are kind of retained with that little metal cover, which is a bit of a pain. I haven't wielded the M249 yet in anything other than just playing around with it on my kitchen table. But I bought the...
What, laying prone on the kitchen table with it? Or...
Yeah, just going like fully
kitted.
Yeah, just like, Anna, check me out.
Anna just comes in from shopping and just like,
what are you doing?
Just walk straight.
It has happened before. I have played Battlefield before in my plate carrying a helmet because I just want to feel more immersive. But yeah, with the 249, so the S&T one comes with an M4 mag. It doesn't actually have a box mag with it, and that sticks off to the left. So I have a sneaky suspicion that LMGs, as a general rule, seem to kind of favour left-handed carry, just from my research. People might disagree with me, but yeah.
But then you'll be laying on the ejection port side, wouldn't you?
Yes.
So that'd be, which not really a major issue, I wouldn't have thought, is it? No, I don't know. Weird.
Well, no, because it would feed in. So yeah, if you're right-handed, you're laying on the ejection port side, so it's all coming out past your face.
Yeah, but you're the left side. You're laying on the left side of the rifle, aren't you?
Yeah.
For a righty.
Which
and it's ejecting away from you.
No, I got that wrong. The feed,
But then it's still, yeah, I don't know. It could potentially be coming. I don't know. It's not real. Christ.
No, it's not. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's not the ejection port aspect.
The empty BB casings could potentially hit us.
Just occasionally throw a bag of BBs at your face just to get that real immersive aspect.
That's it. God, it's raining slightly warm plastic.
Talking of left-hand, right-handed, one of the things I tried to do early on with Airsoft was try to run an entire event using left-handed So I'm naturally right-handed, but I ran an entire event preferring left-handed carry the whole time. And the reason for that is that somebody told me that it was a really good thing to do because it just gets you used to carrying the gun in a different way. So when we're on patrol or anything like that, if you watch most Milsim patrols, most people are right-handed and most people will have their guns off to the left, even if they're on the right-hand side of your configuration or whatever.
Yeah, so you're on about for sort of checking arcs and that, depending on what side of the track you are. Yeah, it's a good shout, mate. Yeah, fair one.
So most people, even if they're on the left-hand side or whatever, will all have their guns pointing to the left. So I always try, depending on which side I'm on, to put the gun where I'm looking. So that
if you can make yourself ambidextrous doing it, then credit to yourself. You know what I mean, fantastic.
So the left eye, right eye thing, that's trickier. So yeah, being left eye dominant, I wouldn't say is an issue. But it's worth practicing those. I don't want to call them skills, but it's worth practicing that a little bit because it just means it gives you that flexibility.
I'd say it's a skill being able to shoot left and shoot right as well.
Yeah, but when you mention skills in airsoft, it's like,
oh, it's skills. It's something you've learned that you've not done. It's a skill. Develop a skill. Christ, my daughter's got a pogo stick for a birthday. That's a skill.
Yeah,
she can do it. I can't. Fell on my arse. Actually, to be fair, I haven't gone on it yet because I don't think the spring could take me. I think I'd jump and either the pole would go through the brickwork, or it just wouldn't move anywhere, and I'd just be like standing on a metal stick. There's no pogo.
Worst stilts.
Yeah, this is not a pogo stick. This is just a stick. There's no pogo in this.
Oh, so yeah. Ray says, if you are right-handed but left eye dominant, shoot with both eyes open for a red dot or holographic sight, and the dot will superimpose over your left eye. Takes a bit of practice though. Oh, okay,
yeah, good tip, cool. Mate. Fair play. Nice one.
Do you keep your eye open when you're aiming? Your other eye open. So obviously the one you're aiming with, you keep open because you don't go.
Yeah, he's probably there. No, but that's how I heard him. Do you know what I do? But sometimes I find I do have to close it ever so slightly to sort of make this one focus.
Yeah, the parallax and stuff like that.
And sort of bring in the foreground to be able to see beyond a closer target. Do you know what I mean? Where if that's more prominent view there, and I want to see part. Sometimes I'll have to go. Hey, I'm tuned in now. But 9 times out of 10, I'll have both eyes open. Yeah, but I might just get that little bit of like, ooh, he's back on Earth.
Yeah.
But
I know I'm notoriously bad whenever I aim down a proper sight of shutting the eye, because you get better peripheral vision and stuff, don't you? But I mean, as Andy says, hold up, who actually aims with an LMG? Just point and pull the trigger. That's what I generally tend to do. It's kind of like, yeah, they're roughly down over there, so just start firing and just like wave it around a bit. You'll hit one of them.
Yeah.
Ed says it does help. Have a watch of Names Nico on YouTube. When he peeks a corner, he changes hands to stop his body showing. Yeah, that's all right. So again, when you obviously go around a corner, I
suppose it's right and left hand side of buildings, isn't it? Yeah. The doorways, I suppose, or whatever. Yeah, because if you're stacked like left and right of a door, I get that. If I'm a right in, I'm on obviously the right side of the door. I'm gonna have to step right round to corridor it, and I. Whereas if I could learn to go both sides. Oh, I burnt my arm today down the allotment. Look at that. Some sun.
I mean, this is the thing. It felt really surreal for me using it in my left-handed pose. But you just get used to it, and it's something that
I'm going to try it. Yeah. That'd be a cool skill. One thing I would always wonder is like a lot of people with sidearms. It's 9 times it's on the right and it's on the prominent side where your rifle is as well. So I was wondering whether if it'd be more beneficial for someone, but then you've got to draw ammo from the left side. So I was wondering about whether having the sidearm on your left and being able to so if you're engaging, blah blah blah, you can literally let go of the front grip on your M4 or whatever it would be. That can go to your side, then straight up to your left with your pistol, and then you're there ready to go. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
rather than having all the weapon systems on one side of your body, it seems a bit like I should draw that one. I'll put that there. I don't know.
Do you use your airsoft? Do you use your pistol a lot?
I have done now since I've got the DMR, obviously for your MEDs and all that, within the 30 meters. So I've actually forced myself to use that a lot more when I'm DMRing. But prior to that, not a great deal. I must admit, didn't use it very much at all. But it sort of made me sort of change my attitude towards using it more now with the sidearm. obviously with the DMR. So I've been out, I've done some shooting with that, sort of gauged it as best I can, adjusted the hop on the pistol. That was a science in itself. I'm used to doing it, just opening a little dust cover up on an M4 and like a little wheel and go, yep, that's perfect. And then the pistol was like, where is it? And I was like, oh, that comes all the way off, and it's here we go, put it back on. Oh, that's wrong way. Take it all off again. Put it.
Yeah. So the last Octo game we went to, I used a very old school Tokyo Marui G18C AEP. So it's an auto electric pistol.
Oh, you had that Octo, didn't you?
And that was so much fun. I need to buy some more batteries for it because I really enjoyed playing it. It's got like a big, proper extended magazine that sticks in it, and it was just great fun because it's also relatively quiet as well. I was quite surprised at how quiet it was.
And what sort of battery is that then, Mike? In there, is that just a standard single Tamiya?
No, it's some little weird kind of proprietary shaped battery type thing. But yeah, I've got 3 of them, and 2 of them appear to have died. I might need to see if I can get some more of those because it was good
mate. I
fun.
might be able to hook you up or something.
Yeah, just like can you make me a battery?
Make me a battery. Custombatteries.com. There we go.
Yeah.
Say my language is blue. What's Terry's one? Yeah, I had a GPMG empty case go down my cuff. That was hot. I expect it was.
I can imagine that was.
Yeah. Shit. Doing that, trying to shake it out. Mind you, I did that when I was in the cadets. We was on a summer camp for 2 weeks. We did a 3-day exercise out on the Fibula village, and we ran into the village on the outskirts, and we sort of laid up on this berm, and I went running in. There's an LSW gunner on my left, and I laid down on his right hand side. So literally, he opened up, and I just got a face full of it because empty cases like burst. I was like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" I just like rolled away from him. I was like, "Stupid." Mate, I could just hear him with the gun on the LSW. So yeah, good one. Dickhead. Sorry, ow. Have you ever got a chance to fire? I mean, I don't know from your time in cadets, but you ever got a chance to fire an LMG? I fired a GPMG. Trying to think where we were now. I can't remember. But the range, right? It had a scaffolding pole concreted into the ground on a few of the lanes, and literally they got us to lay down prone and fire. I think it was 2 or 3, like 4 or 5 round bursts, and they said, right, now look behind you. And because we was only youngsters then, I was only 14, 15, something like that, weighed about a quarter of what I do now. And it literally dragged you along the floor. It physically moved you sort of like 2 foot along from the power of it. Boom, 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 boom. So we had to actually hook our feet over the back of this scaffold pole just to hold us in place while we were firing it on the live range. It was great fun. That was brilliant, man. Yeah. Oh.
I'll say there's nothing more about it. I've only ever done it as like a trial shoot type thing in Vegas where you can just pay money to fire guns at a target. Like, it's just amazing. But I got to fire an M249 at that one, and that was just awesome. So much fun.
That's something I've never done. Yeah, I've fired the SA in a GPMG, but and the LSW, but that's about it for me when it comes to live rounds. 2-2 range is always good fun. Yeah.
Well, so when we went to Vegas on our honeymoon, so we didn't just stay in Vegas. We went around to quite a big 3-week trip of America. But there's I had the opportunity to basically fire all the real versions of the airsoft guns that I own. So I was like, right, I'm gonna have that. And literally, I picked all the guns that I'd had, so that when I'm now running around with them, pretending to be a toy soldier, there's I'm so cool. Just having had that experience of actually firing the proper full-on versions of those was just great. Pretty cool. I
expect it was, mate. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So, especially the little MP9 I've got. That was quite cool. The little submachine gun. I was like, they wouldn't let me do that. They said, no, you have to hold it like that. I was like, no.
Properly. Stop dicking about.
Right, we are coming up to 1:15. So I'll tell you what, let's just do a few last-minute quick questions. So Andy says to everyone, does anyone else watch training videos on YouTube, or is it just sad old me?
No, absolutely not, mate.
I can't say I do.
I watched a few of them. Yeah, just for tips and tricks, especially when it comes to kit setup and that as well. I quite Garen Thumb. I think Paul mentioned him last week. An American dude for kit setups, plate carrier setups, chest rig setups, things like that, bits and bobs.
Sorry, I read training as in, like, again, going back to this skills and drills type thing.
He does he does all sorts, mate. Really.
Yeah.
But I watch a lot of bits and bobs on YouTube to pick up some tips and little tricks and stuff that the guys are using and what they're doing, and sort of keeping an eye on what's sort of current and bits and bobs, new things coming out, which is always handy. I'm guessing more so now we've started doing this, if I'm honest, to sort of try and keep up with the evolution of airsoft and how it all changes and that. I mean, I'm miles behind everyone else, but there we go. Just me. But you're not alone, Andy, mate. I definitely watch a few bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Mike doesn't. He knows it all. He doesn't need to. So.
No, I do watch repeated videos on how to pack a Bergen because I still can't work that one out. But yeah, no, sorry. I thought when you asked that initially, I thought you meant yes, the videos of people like, right, you need to like flick your mag out and then pull your pistol up and stuff.
I can't do
that sort of stuff.
I've tried that. I can't do that. Expensive though. I ain't doing that.
I would love to be able to go and you're just standing there, just flick it sideways and just take someone out with it.
Yeah. Oh. Come on. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. Private Raticus, I'm roughly equidistant between gunman, airsoft, Everly, and tactical warfare in Croydon. Any recommendations as to which would be best for a noob on a Yukara quest? I can gunman, airsoft. I haven't been to any of them, mate. Unfortunately, gunman, airsoft, Everly, tactical warfare in Croydon. I'm sorry, bud. I've not been to either of them. So yeah. I couldn't help you with that one, pal. Unfortunately, mate. If anyone does know, drop Private Raticus a comment in the chat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Andy Bob says gunman. I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say gunman purely because I know the company. And I know the guys behind the company as well. Are always sound for the last couple of events that I've been to that gunman have sort of put on. But that's purely based on their other sites. That's not based on Eversley. I've not been there, so I couldn't comment on the actual site itself. But the company, will bob on, mate. So yeah.
Well, based on the 3 people that have replied, they've all said gunman. So
there we go then. So yeah.
Cool. Last couple of questions. Mark Smith says, "How many people do you have in your squads and patrols?"
Mark, that is none of your fucking business.
Mark, why don't you want to talk to me? Oh, because of the Milsim. Oh, okay, fair enough. That makes sense.
This here, ladies and gentlemen, is my arch
nemesis. I didn't put 2 and 2 together
for this weekend, and he's trying to whittle int from me, and it's not going to happen. I'm not going to fall into your traps. You can lure me and seduce me as much as you want, Mr. Smith. No. I'd like some more than what I've currently got, but no, it's all good, mate. It's all good. It's going to be a good weekend.
Andy Bob says, "Mile, hand over face emoji, what the fuck emoji, what the fuck," and then cry emoji. I don't know what that means.
I'm all out of mead, Mark. I'm all out of mead. Oh, maybe mead.
Cool. Mike says we're all going to be in one-man teams.
Yeah, one-man teams. We've all just gone rogue and gone our separate ways.
Cool. Right. I think that's probably the end. Thanks everyone for joining us.
Absolutely.
Next week, we haven't discussed what we're going to talk about next week, Lance. What are we going to talk about next week?
With LMGs. No mead for sure. I've got to make sure. I've got to capture Sean early on because he's my human smoke grenade. So I need him. Put some more leaves on that fire. All right.
Well, to be fair, next week should we do a debrief of the event, the Milsim?
Yeah, why the devil not? Maybe we can get Mr. Smith on there, along with the Chief as well.
If you're not busy, consider this your formal invite.
You are formally invited hereby formally invite Mark Smith to the show next week.
There we go. Literally, we're being told what to do. So Wayne says do Milsim debrief. Les says talk about the Milsim. Ray says I'll see you at the weekend. So everyone's already saying goodbye. Ed says debrief. There we go. Cool. Right. Well, next week we're doing a debrief. If anyone does want any patches, again, say I'll be at the event.
Hit me up in the shout, all you NATO boys, and obviously I'll get the word. Well, the Chief will be spreading the word in the OP4 chat. And we've got the head honcho, Mr. Smith, there, so he can spread the word for us. Mr. Mike will have patches on him if anyone would like to purchase a high quality premium patch, which obviously goes to cover the cost of the stream for the yearly subscription and all that business, guys. So we would appreciate it very, very much.
Cool. Right, well, I'll leave the last comment of the stream with Andy, who says, "Have a good weekend, guys, and remember the sun cream is going to be a hot one." So
Yeah,
there we go.
good shout, mate, and
Cool.
hydration as well.
Nice one. So on that note, we shall see you all next week.
Do you want to quickly do emails again? I
can quickly do emails. You can email us at nofochat@hotmail.com. Instagram is November_Foxtrot_Nofo. Facebook is at November Foxtrot Novo, and YouTube is November Foxtrot. And thank you to the extra subscriber on YouTube. We're now up to 80. So if you're not currently subscribed on YouTube, we are trying to get to 100. After that, I will never mention this again. I just want to get to 100 so that we have a proper URL, please.
It angers Ed if we mention it, so we can't anger Silly Gilly.
Feel free to subscribe and click the bell.
Yeah, absolutely. Now here's Doran.
Cool. Right. Nice one. We'll see you all soon. Have a good weekend.
Take care, guys. Be safe.
Whatever, something like that.
Yeah, next week sometime.
See you later.